Welcome everybody to Pixelated Thoughts. I'm Jack, aka Lil Lumpia, aka Josh, whatever the hell you guys want to call me.
The fried rice
I'm
boys are here.
Brad. I'm Brad, Ken, and Chibi. And then we have our guest today, Rob or DefShogun. He's a digital artist. He's a creator of a lot of really cool work I've seen over the last year or two. He's got
Thank you.
his Careless Bears lineup. He's got his own comic. Um, Penguino's Revenge, and what was the second one? Carnage,
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm. And
Close.
he specializes in mashups, character design, and logo designs.
Yep. Yep.
So welcome. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us.
Thanks for
And
having
then,
me.
yeah, no problem. So, what I want to start with was, when did you first start your journey as an artist?
5 years. Well, as an artist, since I was like 12, I'd say. Just drawing all over my notebooks and stuff. Teachers yelling at me that I'm never going to amount to anything because I'm not paying attention to class because I'm drawing Barney getting shot up by machine guns and bowling balls. And then the teachers taking me out of the office telling me that I need to seek help and professional help because I'm drawing all these violent monsters and stuff. And I was like, no, I just like seeing things get blown up. So I like to
Yeah.
draw.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
You're like, I'm a simple kid. What do you want
I
from
mean,
me?
I mean, at least it wasn't rocket ships all over the page.
Do you still have a lot of the work that you started with?
No, coincidentally, my dad, I had it in a garbage bag. But hear me out. I had like all loose leaf papers all stacked up in a garbage bag under my bed. He thought I was harboring garbage. So he
Oh
took
no.
all the stuff out when I was out at school one day and threw it all out
Oh
in the
no.
garbage. Yeah. So
So
As
did
you
you end
should.
up did you just start from scratch, fresh, have
that's
some new
what I had
ideas?
to do. Yep,
Oh
exactly.
man,
But
I would have
that's
been so
okay. Oh my
heartbroken.
God, I was destroyed. But
Did
When
you
did
have
you?
like
that's
your
what.
own character that you started with?
When I was younger, I mean, I had a bunch of like random stuff, but nothing that I could even remember. So, um, I mean, do remember I started getting back into drawing when around the time Final Fantasy VII came out. I don't know when that was, like around 97,
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
yeah.
And but yeah, that's when I started getting back into drawing around high school, early high school days, and then once I got out of high school, I didn't know what to do with myself, so I was like, I like drawing. Let me just dive into that. So that's what I did, and that's where I've been. That's where I am.
Yeah, I
Where's the
can't.
fucking enthusiasm, man? Goddamn.
That was. What do you mean? He goes. I mean, look
He's like
at him.
that.
He's
He's like, that's where I
cheesing.
am.
He's happy.
This guy's a hard worker, always busy.
Always busy.
when did
I
you
Always.
respect the grind.
when did you transition to
Um,
digital art?
About 5 years ago, wife got me an iPad Pro,
Mm.
and I mean, before that, I was just drawing like pencil and marker, not coloring anything in because I'd be afraid I was gonna ruin stuff, like spending hours on doing the fine art detail and just to ruin it all by picking the wrong color at the time.
Oh yeah.
So I got an iPad Pro, I got Procreate, and then it was just took off from there. I was like, I didn't even look back. I mean, randomly I'll do sketch covers and stuff, but
Mm.
I keep that black and white.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw on your
We're
Instagram. Go
oh
ahead,
yeah.
Jack.
No,
Sorry.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I saw on your Instagram like your line art is really clean. I was very
Oh, thank
impressed.
you.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
it's really good.
Yeah, I was really impressed with your work. I probably 2 years ago I started watching you on TikTok. You were
Yeah.
doing your mashups.
Hmm.
And I was insanely impressed with the mashups you were doing. Like you did one of my favorite characters. You did Spawn, and I think you did Deadpool with Spawn.
I did. Yeah. Yeah. I've done a bunch of different spawns. I was trying to remember which ones I did, but I
Yeah,
did
yeah.
like Spawn,
You had a couple weeks where you did a
Deadpool,
shit ton of
Venom,
spawns.
Carnage, like all together.
Hmm.
Like I've done ridiculous stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I started following you then, and then you started to do some Twitch streams. And then you
I,
started getting into the Careless Bears,
yeah.
which
And
was
I was
actually where.
I was doing Twitch for a little bit, but it was like so slow going. I was just like, I felt like I was just streaming to the same three people for like a month.
It
And I-
starts
and
off slow.
and I'm the type of guy I need instant gratification. If I don't
No,
see
that's fair,
something
especially as an artist.
if
Yeah.
I don't see something
Yeah.
happening right away, I immediately want to pivot and figure
Yeah.
out what I did wrong and go
Yeah.
somewhere else because I don't want to
Yeah.
waste my time,
That's
you know?
fair. Have
Yeah.
you done a lot of like TikTok lives and like Instagram lives? Like, have you found any
I
success
haven't
there?
I done a little Instagram and
Mm-hmm.
Instagram felt the same as Twitch where it was like one
Mm-hmm.
or two people max, but like
Mm-hmm.
I've had 2 to 300. I've had 500 people in a
Mhm.
live on TikTok,
Yeah.
just watching out, hanging out. The stream is going,
Yeah.
answering questions. It's like
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
engaging, a lot of
That's what I
fun.
was gonna say, yeah, I feel like for artists, especially TikTok, is, like, a good ground to, like, get your art out there just because, like, people
100%.
just get right into it. Okay,
Hmm.
I wanted to see if you had the same
Absolutely.
thing. Okay.
Right.
Problem is with TikTok though, I get banned a lot for people
Really?
that are just haters or something.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so
Oh.
god.
they like recently I was in a live where I was promoting my latest Kickstarter for Penguina's Revenge Torment #1. You can check the link in the bio. Um
Mhm.
so yeah, I was just promoting that and I got banned from TikTok live until that was like a week ago. So I think I'm back up to going live again tonight. I'll be able to. But
Was the reason for, like, what did they say was even the reason? Or
hate
did it
speech.
Hate
Hate
What?
speech.
speech.
Oh
Hate,
my
hate speech.
goodness.
Yeah.
You're
What?
like, "Alright."
Yeah. I
He has
mean,
everything.
is it because the penguin's black? I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, you're right, people are just haters on TikTok. It's really
Exactly.
unfortunate.
Just angry kids, you know.
Well, that's the problem too, right? I feel like, the demographic in TikTok is a certain, group, right? And
There's always a
for the
younger
most part,
audience
yeah.
involved that
And if you don't
likes
answer
to.
them within so many minutes because they want that attention from you, sometimes that'll go in a negative direction with them, from what I've
Absolutely.
seen.
And then I appealed it, and that appeal got revoked as well. So I was like, okay, algorithm, you
Oh
know.
my god.
Okay,
Whatever
computers.
algorithm. Yeah, okay.
Oh man. So would you say that was your biggest hurdle as an artist, or is there anything else that you
Yeah, I mean,
found
the
you had to
biggest
fight
hurdle
through?
for me is the social media aspect and getting people to see my work and um, just to get it out there to as many people as possible. I
Right.
am not a salesman. I'm not good at this sort of thing. You know, even talking with you guys, I'm nervous as hell. I have
Yeah.
social anxiety. You know, I
It's
just like
okay,
to
all
keep
of us
Work.
do too, you're
I
fine.
just like I just like to keep my head down, work, bang out some cool shit, and hope people like it. You know, and if something comes of it, great. If not, it is what it is. It's still something that I enjoy doing. You know,
And
but
for those of y'all, here's some of his work.
it's that's been the toughest hurdle for me is figuring out how to get my work to the most people. I was looking at my wife just said, "Have you checked out Rumble?" And I was like, "What the hell is Rumble?"
What is
And
Rumble? I don't think I've heard of that.
What is that?
apparently it's like another YouTube or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
it's just a alternative
right. So
video hosting
I was
platform.
thinking of playing with some different alternatives like Rumble and I have no reach on X or Twitter, whatever the hell you want to call it now. I have no reach on that whatsoever. Every time I post something, I get nothing out of it
You got
at
to be
all.
like an
And I'm like,
unhinged psychopath, so
Yeah.
yeah, I have to say, I feel like the only way I'm going to get views on there is if I say something political, you
Yeah.
know?
Well, the problem a lot of with these different social media platforms is you really have to put in the time, like initially, to get those numbers, and when you
To
don't
build it
have
up.
it, it's not easy. Like a
No,
lot of
not at
us
all.
are grown ass adults with jobs, and when we get home, the last thing we want to do is spend the time to try to create some kind of social posting when we could use that time to draw, stream,
Yeah,
record.
I just don't have it in me, man. When it comes to like creating these, writing out the stories, then coming up with the characters
Mm.
and making the actual comic book and getting it all printed and creating the Kickstarter, then I have to try and sell it.
Right.
What?
We'll just take your art right, and we'll just have Brad sell it with his feet.
There you go.
He's like, "Who, me?"
So backstory to that, he bought one of my mugs and he posted a photo of him holding it up with his fucking feet.
I love it.
I
That
Well,
It
hold
was
on, hold on.
requested.
At first,
It was re
at first,
did it get
Brad
a lot of
showed.
hits? Did it get a lot of hits?
It got lit in Discord. And people were like, "What is wrong with you?" Well, he showed a picture of
Me
it
being the
first.
number one person, what
He
is
showed a
wrong with you?
picture of it first, right? Just him holding the mug, and Chibi saw his foot and was like, "For free." And then Brad being a fucking troll was like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna take a picture of my feet." And I was like, "You know what? You should have done that because I'm gonna post that shit everywhere."
Yeah, we got a new paywall for that now for all you
Yeah,
pixelated thoughts listeners. You want to see the feats, you got to pay.
there you go.
Gotta get those kickbacks, I guess.
um, so what was your inspiration? Do you have anybody that you look up to in the artistry world?
Yeah, I got a lot. A lot of my inspiration when I was younger came from like video games. Like I don't know if you remember. This is kind of obscure, but do you remember Booger Man?
Yeah.
Sega
Sega
Genesis.
Genesis, yeah.
I love the smooth animation of that game. Like
Oh,
remember when he would like flick a booger like
yeah.
real quick, like how smooth that was, the way he would jump and his cape would follow.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I just those little details I just loved. Earthworm Jim was another one where
Oh yeah.
he would do the whip, he'd do the big guns and everything like that. I love that. Sonic the Hedgehog because he had like a bit of an attitude about him. So like it was like the first time I saw where a character that was cute had a severe attitude problem with the enemy that he was fighting up against. And there's something about that I just loved. And a part of that spilled over into the design of Penguino because I wanted something cute but ferocious with a severe attitude problem. And that was where that came. That and sprinkle in a little bit of Deadpool for some gore and blood
Oh
and
yeah.
everything.
Little Conquer's Bad Fur Day type stuff.
Yes, that too, which is one game I never played, to be
No?
honest with you.
Yeah.
I've seen it, but I never had a 64. I think that's where it came out with,
No,
right?
no.
Good game.
Yeah. And would you say your art style is a specific style? Is there a name for that genre?
I mean, it's your basic comic book style. Also, I do like it's kind of cartoony too, you know.
Yeah.
Uh, have you heard of Scud the Disposable Assassin?
I
Kind of
have.
a
Yeah.
90s comic.
Yeah.
Something like that. I like that style.
Okay.
Scotty Young, you know how he does his cartoony characters and stuff. Like uh, what's that one? Fairyland. Um, it's got one. I have the book. I forgot what it was called. What something? Her name kills Fairyland or something like that by Scotty Young. You should check it out. It's really cool.
The Hobbit.
Oh, man.
He makes he's gonna get sued, man, if he makes a Hobbit comic book. So,
yeah.
he's gonna get banned off TikTok permanently by some fucking snobbish ass 36-year-old.
I
How
get
dare
banned.
you?
I get banned from TikTok Live about once every 3 months. I would
Yeah.
say.
That's insane.
On-
All you're doing is
on
drawing.
average. That's it. I'm just drawing, listening to music, hanging out, answering questions.
Doing tutorials and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to teach people. Like this is how you draw a circle.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's really
Shit, I'd be
useful.
like,
I mean,
mine does not look like a circle still. Like, please help me.
Chibi, your
Chibi,
camera's
This is an
frozen.
oval.
This is fucking hilarious. I'm saving that.
Wait, is my
Yeah,
screen frozen?
yeah.
She's-
It's like
Yeah, you're
it's
frozen.
made
It's
it
like
really
a
well without moving her mouth.
it's like a
That's-
perpetual disappointed face. I'm like, damn, dude, what did he
Yeah,
do?
it's-
Oh my god, it really does. Hold on, one
It's
second.
How much
RBF.
skill.
Yeah.
You got serious RBF going
Yeah,
right
no, that's
now.
how I look
Yeah.
like 99% of the time.
What did he do? What did he say?
Right.
She got you banned. That's the problem, bro. She knows you.
That's
Is
it,
that what it
yeah.
was? Oh shit.
She got him banned.
Ventriloquist Chibi.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, she out.
Oh, she gone.
Oh, here she back. You know what? This isn't a podcast of ours without any kind of
Any
stuff
random
like that.
shit happening.
That's it.
Yeah, some random shit happens. So
I feel like Discord is weird that way.
Oh, Discord's
it can
fucked
be.
up.
Yeah.
It can be, but it's the easiest to use.
Mhm.
What's your latest major project that you would?
My latest
tell everybody
project
about?
is Penguino's Revenge Torment #1. So it's the latest. It's the beginning of Penguino's latest journey, which is a 10 issue series. And issue 1 is launched right now. It's on Kickstarter. You can check it out in the links. And it's a 24-page full color solo project. So I did the sketch, the ink, the color, the lettering, formatting, collating, all that good stuff. And yeah, it takes place 2 years after the events of Penguino's Revenge Volume 1, which is
I have
my
that
debut. This is my debut project
Oh, nice.
into comics. It's a hardcover 217-page graphic novel with Penguino's Revenge, and it was his story of saving his family from captivity while going on a bloody, murderous, vengeance-fueled rage. And
So it needs
it's a
like a
lot of
Newgrounds
violence.
animation. You know, like it needs some
it's a
flash
lot of
animation.
violence, a lot of adult humor, a lot of dick jokes, things like that. And
So it's Duckman, is what you're saying.
it's pretty Duckman with a samurai sword. You could say that.
I love that.
Jack,
Shrek, have you ever watched Duck?
Duckman?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No?
Oh, that's old school shit.
Yeah, dude.
That's some
Dude, listen, they used to. Jack, what was your nickname in high school or middle school? What
Oh
was your
my
nickname?
god. Yeah, we talked about this last time. Fucking
The
critic.
The
Du-
Critic.
Duckman,
Yes.
Duckman, and the Critic came out at the same time.
I
Okay.
remember I
Okay.
used to watch The Critic when I was like
Yeah.
coming home, stoned off my ass, trying to avoid my dad, who was a cop.
Yeah. See, I was a pudgy kid playing basketball with the older kids, but I wasn't balding. So I don't know where they got the critic from.
Dude, that was harsh, man. When I saw that, I was like, bro, no one called you that. That's fucking messed up.
Oh, I was
No,
like, why are you talking about you
they
being bald?
actually because the critic nickname.
Oh, okay.
Um so you put Penguino's Revenge Volume 1 out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go through the process it took to go to put that out there, publish it, get the orders out? And I know that this was a learning process for you. Uh,
Absolutely. Every step of the way was a learning process. When I did the first chapter or issue, I didn't know where I was going to go with it. And I was like, I never did comics before, but let me do a comic. So if I want to do a comic and I want to like dip my toes in, I don't want to design a character that's super intricate and detailed because that's what I was originally going to go for. I wanted to blow people's minds, you know?
yeah.
But I was like, let me dial it back. Let me make it simple for myself. So I was like, let me come up with like this simple to draw cartoon character and see what I could do with it, how creative I could be with expanding his universe around him, and just play with the idea of an angry little samurai penguin. A foul-mouthed
It's
angry
so cute.
a foul-mouthed angry samurai penguin. And I did the first issue, and I showed some friends. I showed my family. They loved it. I took it to a couple of cons. I had a couple of copies printed and sold them, and I got some great feedback. So I'm like, all right. A month or two had passed after that, and I was working in and out of the city. I was working for a merch company that was I was designing merch for DC, Marvel, Pixar, Disney, Lucasfilms,
Oh hell yeah.
and Warner Brothers. You know, all the WB stuff. So yeah, in and out of the city every day. So while I was taking that hour and a half trip in and out every day, I was working on my iPad that I had gotten, and I was continuing the story of Penguino. And I was like, all right, so let me write out the script for it. I wrote out the script, and it was really long. Just to get to where I wanted it to go, just to get the character to where I wanted him to be at certain points. I wanted to show off certain abilities that he had, you know, things like that. And then once I finally got all that laid out with the story, I started drawing, and on the train ride back and forth every day, until eventually 8 issues later it was done. So it was an 8 chapter series, all into one book. And then in the meantime, while I was trying to promote that on social media and get some printing companies involved and figure out how Kickstarter worked before I even jumped on it, while I was learning all that stuff, I was doing Christmas was coming around. So I was like, let me make a Christmas story with Penguino versus Santa Claus. So
I
that's
love that.
Yes.
that's also in the book. That's also in the book. And then right before I was about to put it to Kickstarter, COVID hit.
Yeah.
Right? So COVID hit, it shut everything down. I was like, I need to make a COVID story with Penguino. So I did a story where Penguino is on a mission with one of his buddies, and they're infiltrating like a Walgreens or a Walmart to get the last of the toilet paper. You know how toilet paper was such a big
Yeah.
thing? When COVID hit. So he packed up his backpack full of toilet paper, and he had to fight a bunch of guards to get his way out. And that's also in the book. So I put that in the book as well, just before publishing it to Kickstarter. And then it blew up on Kickstarter. It way overfunded, way more than I ever could have thought possible. And if you guys are watching this, thank you so much for your support. Um, and so yeah, then after that, I took a break from making comics and doing the Kickstarter thing because it was so involved and it took up the majority of my time. And during that time, my son was born, my daughter was born. So I had my hands full. And now they're a little bit older now where they can actually like sit in a chair and not kill themselves mistakenly, you know? I
Yeah.
feel like I could leave them alone for just a minute.
Yeah.
And
Ken's like, I understand.
yeah,
I
so
do.
like I can finally just relax and focus on what I need to do to make some more cool content. So I came out with Cataclysm, which is my next flagship title. Cataclysm 1, which is one of 4. So I already finished issue 2. So I'm going to be doing that next after Penguino's Revenge Torment number 1. And then after Torment number 1, I got to do the Cataclysm 2. And then after Cataclysm 2, I got Torment number 2. It's just going to be an ongoing thing. Hopefully I can ride the wave, because when COVID hit and then I was able to put Penguino out and then I had to take a hiatus. So in that time, I had lost the momentum that I had gained from working on Penguino's Revenge Volume 1. So now I feel like I have to start from scratch all over again to try and build up that momentum and keep it going. Now I got to try and like really focus and keep it going. But again, the hardest part is getting myself out there in front of people, which is why thank you very much for having me, guys. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem,
it.
man.
man.
Yeah. It's like I said, I love your work. I think you're doing an awesome job. It's with everything that you have going on surrounding your life, you're actually putting out a lot of great work. So
Thank
you
you.
should definitely
Thank you.
give yourself some credit for that.
Yeah, no,
Um,
I'm seriously impressed, especially with having like, a whole family and then coming and doing this. Like I can't even imagine. I
shit's
can
not
barely
easy.
do what I'm doing and I don't have a whole family like that.
And on
So
top of
definitely
that,
kudos to you.
I can't do everything I do for free. So like I try to get
Yeah.
commission work and stuff like that. So on top of writing and drawing the comics, and then I'm taking on projects for other comics for other people,
Hmm.
which I have another project out called Corrupt Moon that I'm working on with a writer, and I'm almost done coloring it. So I did the sketch, the inks, and now doing the colors, and that's 37 pages is the issue 1, and then I have to get started on issue 2 for that as well. So like I'm swamped,
Yeah.
but and I got to spend time with the kids.
Yeah.
They want to run around and want me to be a monster and chase them around the yard for 2 hours until I black out from lack of oxygen.
I mean, you can at least walk around like a zombie. That's kind of like a monster,
You
right?
could try that, but they just push you and make you want to run faster.
Yeah.
You know?
um, for anyone, well, we'll get into uh your upcoming projects. So you have the collab with another artist. You have
Mhm.
Penguino's Revenge Torment 1, which is
Mhm.
volume 2. Anything else on the horizon? Cataclysm, the second volume.
Cataclysm 2, yep, and I have another one called Mad Dogs, which is going to be easier for me to do, but it's basically picture an alternate universe where there's dogs and cats, and all the cats have turned into zombies. So now these dogs are trying to survive, and they have to fend off all these feral cats from trying to rip them apart. And it's like a post-apocalyptic alternate universe, and it's going to be black and white, and the only color that's going to be in the book is blood.
Nice.
So,
Like,
Oh, that's
yeah.
actually nice.
it's kind of like Sin
I
City.
like that contrast. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only cartoony and, foul-mouthed as usual.
Necessary though.
Possibly as
Necessary.
gory as Sin City.
Necessary, yes.
Do you plan on attending any conventions that anybody
Not,
could come
the only
see
reason
at?
I haven't in the last couple of years because the kids, and it's hard
Yeah.
to cart around toddlers and stuff and ask them to sit quietly while daddy does stuff in front of people that they don't know.
Right.
And it's now that they're older, I feel like I might be able to. So we'll see. I got to start looking at venues and stuff like that.
To say I saw somebody do something pretty interesting. So they sent almost like a proxy person like in their place to conventions to sell their work. Is that something you ever thought
Oh,
about doing? Like having somebody go in
never.
your stead? Yeah, it was really cool because I went to
That's
buy
actually not
something
a
and I
bad
was
idea.
like, I love your work. And they were like, no, like I'm just here to help the artist. Like, but I can answer any questions. Like, here's their email, like all that, but we appreciate it. So I mean, that's always something food for thought too. Like, have somebody go in your stead, especially
Cool
if
That's
idea.
you can't.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Good
you.
idea.
I thought that was so cool because I went to the con in Orlando. What was it? Comic Con, MegaCon, one of those.
Yeah.
And they
Orlando
did it.
Con.
Orlando Con. And it was pretty cool. Like, I mean, they were really knowledgeable about the artists and stuff. So, it's always a food for thought, especially if you physically can't go.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know why I never thought of that, but that's
It's okay.
that's genius. Now,
That was the first time I ever saw it. And I was like, oh, I would never have thought of that.
now I
Yeah.
got to try and find somebody. Hey.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. The next step.
Yeah.
Yeah. um, what would you say would be your favorite thing about the work you do?
Um, it's weird. When you're an artist and you're working or in any type of content creator and you're trying to put your stuff out there and you're trying to get noticed and maybe even get a little revenue out of all the hard work you're putting into whatever you're trying to do on your channel, it it can be a little weird sometimes because like the closest of your friends and your family that you grew up with aren't necessarily there to back you much as you would think they would. And then all of a sudden you find these new people that you've never even met and they are in love with what you do and they are in love with your work and they push it as much as they can. And meeting those people has been probably the greatest experience that I've had, especially when I first went to a Comic-Con after I pushed out the first issue of Penguino's Revenge, like the first chapter, and I was selling it on at a Comic-Con. I had people come up to me because they were following me on Instagram. They're like, yo, I love your work. I can't wait to get this book. Can you please sign it? And they took a picture with me holding up the book and everything like that. And it blew my mind that I had more strangers care more about the work I was doing than some of the closest people in my life. And
Yeah, that's crazy.
and it's it's not the the people that I'm friends with that I grew up with. It's not their fault. They're not really into comics, things like that. It's not their wheelhouse.
They just don't get it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I can expect them to understand, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting to see people that you've never met be some of the biggest advocates for your work and to help you push your work out to the masses and share your content with others. And that has been one of my favorite parts about doing this kind of work.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that resonates with a lot of us. Like,
I was
I
gonna say
know
me for
my
sure. I feel
personal
that.
friends, a lot of my personal friends, they could give two shits about this sometimes. Like
Yeah.
they'll support it once in a while. Like they'll
Yeah, Kim.
throw donations into to the charity or something like that. But I mean, I won't see them in and active on chats
Right.
or anything like that, which is okay. It's not their thing. But I've met a lot of amazing people um through this and
Just
have been
doing
able
it.
to meet
Yeah.
people in person and yeah, it is really
Now,
nice to be able
on
to
the
do that.
other end of that though, right? Like being a content creator and being a comic or being a comic artist or any kind of artist or whatever, it's hard to try and take in other content from other content creators because you're too busy focusing on your own
Yeah.
projects.
Yeah.
So like sometimes I'll even feel guilty like, oh man, this guy was sharing my stuff out and I forgot to share his stuff out. So now I kind of feel like a dick, and it's like it's not intentional. It's just I've been so focused on my projects and stuff trying to get everything out the door. And that's just another end of it,
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
And I think for most content creators or artists, I'm sure they understand that, you have your business you're trying to promote and work
Yeah.
on and like they do and it's not always easy to find that time.
But what I've noticed though a lot in the comic book industry, especially, there's kind of like a code of conduct. Like if you don't share, if someone shares your work, you need to share their work.
Oh.
And
Oh,
if you
that's
don't,
interesting.
and if you don't share their work, then you're blacklisted from that person.
Yeah, it's almost like an insult.
Oh
And they
no.
won't mess
Yeah.
with you ever again. Yeah, it's
Wow.
Good.
I don't know how
Oh
that
my
goes with other.
There you go.
I don't
That's
know
the
how that
one
goes
moment.
with other content creators with other fields of work, but that's what I've noticed as far as the comic
Oh.
industry goes. It seems it can be very cutthroat.
That's interesting. I
Yeah.
would never have thought that. I feel like in streaming, it's not that
That's
bad.
just my
Like, what do you
personal
think?
experience,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
possible that it maybe I'm just hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Huh. So we talked about your favorite. Do you have any least favorite things about what you do?
My least favorite thing about what I do, my ass hurts when I sit in this chair
Right?
for too long.
I
I'm
thought
telling
this
you,
I thought this was
my
going a different
ass
direction.
is asleep right now.
I
I
thought
wish I was asleep right now.
I thought Jack was gonna be like, so who's your least favorite comic book artist? And I was like, motherfucker, like you thinking
Throw
about
the
what you're gonna
Yeah.
phrase
out,
it?
Who is the
man.
artist we need to blacklist for you?
Right? Who has done you wrong?
What
Yeah.
16-year-old TikTok artist has done you wrong?
Right, I wish I knew that guy that tried to ban me. Damn it.
Um, if if there's viewers in here or listeners who are listening in after we publish this, if they want to get a hold of any of your comics, and it's beyond the Kickstart time, is there anywhere that they can get a hold of them?
Yeah.
I had, like I said earlier, I was speaking to you backstage. I have to talk. I have to update the website. I still haven't been able to put everything up there because that's just another thing
Yep.
hanging over my head, you know. But um, once I get the website updated, you'll be able to purchase some of the comics through there. But in the meantime, if you're interested, you can shoot me a message on Instagram and we can talk through there.
Okay. Awesome. And for any of you who want to support his Kickstarter, there it is right there.
Hell yeah, I'm ready to read this.
It's well
You
worth it.
can
Like I said,
read.
the art is amazing, and if you haven't checked out his website, he's got a lot of his prints available for purchase. He does stickers. The stickers, the custom
Stickers,
stickers
prints.
are great.
I got all sorts of merch on there. I got like pillowcases and stuff. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
If you have a favorite careless bear,
mm.
which one is it?
I love the gamer rage bear because he's like cracked the controller in half and he's just like, you know, because that's like me playing Call of Duty. I like to think I'm better than I actually am. I'm hot garbage, but you know.
um. Oh, we do have a question from the group here. Once you have an idea for a work of art, how long does it usually take to finish the project?
It depends on the scale and the detail required, but roughly about 3 to 5 hours on a piece.
Oh, not bad.
Before that, when I was still learning how to use Procreate, I had spent like 12 to 13 hours easy
Hmm.
on a piece. But now that I have like after a couple of years working with the program, understanding how things work, and just getting my knowledge up on like YouTube tutorials, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been able to narrow down, streamline my workflow
Nice.
a lot better.
Nice. Yeah, and for those of you who are aspiring artists or do current work, he actually sells his own Procreate brushes.
Yes, I have a set of brushes available on my website, DefShogun.com. Feel free to check it out. Again, along with prints, stickers, and other cool merch.
Definitely. Oh, here's another question from Curtis. Was there any particular project you did that let you know that you made it in your field?
I Steve, personally, I don't know if I made it in my field. I just know that this is something that I enjoy doing, and I'll know I made it when I can feel comfortable every month that my bills are paid. Right now, it's touch and
True.
go.
Facts.
True.
Okay,
Facts.
right now it's touch and go. So like some months will be good, and some months will be very scary. You
Yeah.
know, so I don't know that if I've made it, but I know that this is something that I really enjoy doing, and that it does somewhat pay the bills. So I guess, was there something that let me know that I made it? It just kind of, over time, as long as you stick with something long enough, you're gonna get good at it. You know, it's that, what's that rule? The 10,000 hour rule,
Yeah.
Oh
right?
yeah, like if you practice something, you become like expert or proficient or something like that.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. And you spend enough time working on something, whatever it
Yeah.
is, eventually you're gonna master it. And
Dude.
I wouldn't say that I mastered it, but I've definitely got a good foothold on what I'm doing.
Oh,
And
for sure.
from what I understand, people are reaching back to me and letting me know that they're loving the projects that I'm doing. So
Oh, it's amazing.
I'm just
No,
gonna
they
keep
are
doing it.
beautiful.
Dude,
Yeah.
and his
Thank
latest
you.
work, if you haven't seen already, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Street.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can pull it up.
Did you buy the
That's one of my favorite projects so far.
Did you buy
Yeah.
those figures
Oh,
when you
those
were
look
younger?
sick. Those are the
The
first one I
TMNT
saw.
Street ones?
Yeah.
We have another question while I'm looking for that. Is there any more anime projects in the works like the Dragon Ball Street ones?
Um, I was thinking of doing a Naruto, but to be honest, I haven't seen Naruto, so I would need to,
Good.
do my research.
I
A
support this.
lot of watching, doing some research, and maybe do a Naruto
Special.
Street. But the thing is, if you look at the Naruto outfits, they already look pretty urban. You know, they got the
Right.
Yeah.
vests, they got the
Yeah.
baggy pants, things like that. So I don't know what else to do. What I'm going to do? Put a sideways cap on Naruto?
Oh,
or
you
something?
should do like Demon Slayer. I feel like Demon Slayer
Put a
Demon
jet-
Slayer could
would
work.
be a good. That would
Demon
be a
Slayer could
Put a
good
jacket on
playoff.
him.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would appeal a lot
I've
to the
seen a little
younger.
bit of Demon Slayer, and it looks dope.
Yeah.
Looks dope.
Yeah, it's very clean.
Oh, for sure. Let's see. Oh, so here's a little bit of the. Let me unsnap this.
Everything Jack shows, you're gonna have to like link me. So I can like everything you bring when I have to put
Yeah,
in the
that
recording
is
for YouTube,
clean.
I have to put that
Yeah.
up.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what you guys are looking at.
Exactly.
I have it on
I
I have it on stream. Here's the Cataclysm for y'all.
Rob, do you have a favorite artist?
I love Joe Madura.
Joe Madura.
He did
Yeah.
He did Battle Chasers, and he did what was that other one? It was the video game that he did.
Powerpuff Girls.
No.
Ignore everything
Throws
he says.
random ass-
Oh man, I can't think of it.
If you were to be able to, while you're looking that up, if you were to be able to do a collaboration with a well-known artist, is there a specific one you would choose? Is there a group?
I would love to work with anybody with Udon Entertainment. Have you ever heard of them?
Yes, they do a lot of the Capcom stuff.
Capcom,
Yes.
yeah, all the fan art, like
That'd
they
be
do
pretty
the
sick.
Street Fighter versus X-Men, Street Fighter versus Marvel
Darksiders,
style stuff.
all that stuff.
Yeah. Yup.
Udon does I think they do like a limited release every year too. Like a lot of their Street
I
Fighter
got a
stuff.
bunch of their books in the background, a bunch of art books is just sitting on my desk, sitting on
Yeah.
the shelves. But yeah.
I think they're all like
Do you-
pretty expensive too. Shit.
Yeah.
Some Udon stuff. Yeah.
Do you have any hopes of any of your animated work, well, your comic work, to turn into an animated piece show?
Originally, when I designed Penguino's Revenge, it was going to be a side-scroller video game app for mobile devices and to
shit.
go on the Xbox Game Store.
Flappy Bird.
But
Flappy
I don't know.
Penguino.
I don't know how to make video games. And I said to myself, I was like, what do I know how to do? I know how to draw pictures. So why don't I draw a comic with this character? So that's originally he was going to be a side-scrolling video game. And now that he's finally starting to pick up some steam again, I'm thinking that either I could do a video again, go the video game route, find some people that could help me build this thing, or contact Netflix or another streaming service to see if they'd be interested in the rights to make a full feature film or a
Oh, yeah.
show.
Oh yeah.
You know, because I feel like is there an animated adult themed TV show?
There's a ton.
Besides your
Like-
animes that are out
Besides
there that are
Primal,
purely violent.
Besides Primal. Besides
Right.
Primal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, why, like, what was that movie with Seth Rogen, Sausage Party?
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Wasn't
my god, it was so
how amazing
funny.
was that?
It
Yeah,
was
that
so
was
With
funny
the
as
funny.
fuck.
douche?
Yep.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Well, I mean, what you could do in the meantime, if you want to get the ball rolling with it, you could do like YouTube short animated films.
I don't know how to animate.
I don't either.
I love how you said, I don't know.
Just
I
find
don't
them.
know what I'm doing.
Just
Probably
find them
What
on
makes you think I
TikTok.
know what I'm doing.
Just scroll on
You're like, I just
TikTok.
draw.
Just be like, hey, you animate this for me.
Right.
Get Freddie Wong from Rocket Jump.
Oh
I'm sure he
man.
can help you out.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure he wants to become big on YouTube again.
if he's not doing special effects for movies and stuff like that. Yeah.
I've
He
tried
does-
reaching
he
out.
does-
I've tried reaching out to get some animations done. I've tried reaching out to animators on Instagram and stuff, but I haven't gotten anything back from anybody. So
It's got to be a hard like.
You
I
just-
think at some
Are you
point
being too
people are
aggressive? Like, this
"Call my
guy's angry."
agent," or some shit like that.
yeah, why is this guy cursing in
I was
the
like,
chat?
I need you to fucking make this, to animate
Right.
this shit. I'm at your front door. Like, what's going on?
I'm right here waiting for you. You're not answering. I
You-
see you in the living room.
You don't like money?
Here's another question: If you can design a character skin for Overwatch, what
The
character would
fuck?
you choose to design? Or
Pharaoh.
if you can work with any gaming company for character designs, what company would you most want to work with? So
Blizzard.
you said
I knew it'd be
Blizzard
Blizzard,
and
bro.
Farah and Blizzard. Okay.
One of
You know
Blizzard's
what?
like
The-
lead artists
Next.
used to. He's on YouTube.
Keep
what?
it coming.
What are your thoughts on Overwatch 2 becoming a title?
Trash.
For Overwatch, I haven't even played Overwatch 2.
Okay, so for Blizzard, what would you want to work on?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
Diablo. They dropped the ball on Diablo.
Oh, you don't like the art in Diablo 4?
I love the art. But I feel like the game itself,
Right.
they dropped the ball on. It's like, what's the point of making beautiful art for a game that,
As isometric and
doesn't
can-
cater to its fans properly?
That has like one.
thing,
That has one of the
Blizzard is
best
old.
opening animations I've ever seen. That
It's
is
beautiful. Don't get
fucking
me
amazing.
wrong. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Well, that's the thing with Blizzard is they do amazing work with their cutscenes and introductions and all that, and then you get to the actual game. It's like, well, oh, we
It's
see where all the
doomy.
money
You
went.
mean like Warcraft and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Yeah,
It's
but-
like they're like, what the fuck is this?
Then you want to cry, and it's not the good kind of tears.
That's not the good tears either.
No.
See, I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. That looks great, but
Game is
I don't
amazing.
have the time to divulge and to get anywhere in the game. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
playing 5 minutes and I'll be
That's me.
Passed
I'll be
out.
done. That's why I play Call of Duty. It keeps me awake and raged. You
Oh
know?
man, I had to uninstall that game.
That way you can. Is that how you got like Pinguino? That's why he's a violent, angry little.
Yeah,
dude.
he's violent. He gets out my frustrations when I write. and
Are you
draw
keep,
for
are you keeping
Penguin.
your chat logs and shit like that? You're this is the inspiration.
That's where the
Dialogue
hate
right
comes
there.
from.
That's my source material.
That's our-
That was gonna be my question actually. Like, I don't know if anybody's asked this, but like, what is your inspiration for like these stories? Like, how did they come about?
Man, it's just over the years of watching cartoons, reading
Mhm.
comics, playing video games, it all just kind of
Comes
melds together in my
Yeah.
brain, and I
Oh,
don't know.
that's fair.
Sometimes you get ideas where like you don't realize that you got an idea from something. Or, like I created a character, and then like 2 weeks later, I'll see that same almost exact looking character. I'm like, oh,
And you're like, oh.
I remember seeing that like a week. Oh shit!
You're
know?
like, let me adjust it a little
Gotta
bit.
scratch that. You know?
Blizzard comes knocking on your door. The fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah, same with Marvel. I'm surprised I haven't gotten any cease and desist from Marvel for all the mashups and stuff. Don't get any
Oh.
ideas, Marvel.
Don't do that.
Don't be that snitch on TikTok.
Disney's
Yeah.
gonna come out with that mouse Cthulhu, man. Fucking.
Jeez.
Bro. If there's anybody that I heard that comes after people for petty
It's
shit,
yeah.
it's fucking Disney.
Disney.
They
Yep.
didn't they sue
And
fucking
they steal art.
yeah.
Don't they steal art from artists?
They sued an artist for like putting like they made like buttons or whatever. They sued that
Yeah.
person.
Oh no, they even worse. You know the Etsy shops, the mom
Yeah.
and pop shops.
Yeah, they like
if you
sued us
print
something.
something that says Disney on it, they'll come after you.
Wow.
That's insane. That is
Yeah.
so sad. They have so much money and they should have
They don't
better
even
things
do-
to do.
If anything,
No, they're just bored.
getting-
That's why they have so much money because they're
No.
bored. They're just throwing it at lawyers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Gotta protect what's yours, man.
You
Boo,
know,
Brad,
There's always that one
boo.
guy, and it's that
Corporate
guy right
chill.
there.
Corporate
This
chill.
guy.
Hey, don't worry, chat. We're gonna have him off the podcast.
Only
Uh,
only
corporate.
thing worth having in this life is your name. So
Gosh.
you can't have
Oh
anyone else.
man,
What? Okay, Grandpa. What the fuck?
your name holds all the power.
His grandpappy told him that once, you know,
Sweet home Alabama.
while he was yelling at kids on his lawn and shit. you know, Brant.
Yeah. Know him.
Cause him so-
Potentially with another good question here. If you could work with a company like Marvel or DC, which characters would you love to work on, or what would you want to offer to bring to a cinematic universe?
Wow, I would love to work on some Deadpool.
Fuck
I
yeah.
would love to work on
Good
some
answer.
Wolverine, some Punisher, and definitely Venom.
Yeah.
Hell
Love to
yeah.
work on some Venom and Carnage and stuff like that. If I could bring something to the Marvel Universe, I would bring a whole new type of symbiote. I would make something completely different. But now saying that, I realize that they've already done like the Venomverse, the death of the Venomverse.
Yeah.
They've
I
done.
think
Null and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they
there's a
already
shit-
really
there's
divulged
a
on a
shit
lot
ton.
of different things already. So,
yeah.
I mean, how much can you beat that horse? You know?
Well, this is why they have their whole every so many years they have the whole cleanup process where they have the
Yeah.
wars and all that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
where that cleans up all the different universes and timelines, and then you can bring up another idea.
Didn't
Yeah.
DC just do that recently too? Where they just like pretty much refresh the timeline and kill everyone. I forgot what they did.
Did they? I don't remember.
Good.
I know they just did a zombies one too, which is pretty dope.
Good.
Ew, zombies. Boo, Brad.
What did Brad do
I
again?
read a comic one time. It was pretty good.
What comic was it? Was it Archie?
No, it was Punisher. I
It was
watched
Punisher.
Calvin and Hobbes.
It was Calvin
was
and
the-
Hobbes. It was Garfield. Fuck you.
It was Dr. Seuss.
It was Garfield.
No, it was when he became the Ghost Rider. It was that was a cool one.
Oh yeah. All the mashups. are fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say real quick, guys.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I had done a mashup of Wolverine and Ghost Rider. A couple years ago, we're talking 3-4 years ago,
Mhm.
when I first started TikTok. Now this year, Marvel is releasing a Ghost Rider Wolverine.
I thought you were gonna say now this year
Oh.
I've been sued by Marvel.
No, no.
They told me to stop that shit.
I want it to be known that I came up with it first.
Yeah,
Marvel.
yeah,
I'll
that's
see
a
you
little
in court.
suspect.
I'll
Yeah.
see you.
Let's
in
let's
court.
post
I'm
that
the
up.
TikTok snitch.
Let's post that up.
Give Def his royalties.
That's right.
Marvel's immediately like, oh really?
Yeah. Little did you know.
Little did you
we
know,
took
no
it
one's
off
gonna
your
know where you
screen.
live anymore.
You guys, you're gonna have
They buy
people in
his
black
house
suits
from
show up to your door tomorrow.
They buy his house and just move him out. There you go. There's your house. That's on the street. Enjoy
See,
some
this house is
cardboard
my house
boxes.
What are your thoughts on staying authentic as an artist versus going for what's trending? Thanks to Rye for that.
It's a good
I
question.
think being authentic with your work, I think that's a great question, by the way. Being authentic with your work is very important, but it also doesn't hurt to just like tap on that what's trending vein a little bit,
Keeps
just
you
to see
relevant.
what goes out there. You know, if you see a trend going on, you have to play the algorithm game, and just pepper it in there once in a while. You know, just to see what happens.
Good question. Noobs, never seen your work. It sounds really cool. Just wanted to ask, what is your thoughts on fan service and other works of art?
Fan service. I mean, I would never do like pinup stuff. Well, maybe I would if the money was there.
If Capcom came by,
He's like,
Udon was like,
"Well,
listen, I want you to
Well,
draw Cammy in a pinup. Like, you'd be like, yeah, absolutely.
Listen, I'm not opposed to it. Cammy's a fine ass bee, you know. But um, I mean, as far as fan service goes, I mean, the only time I would do something like that is if it was like a commission or something. But I
Yeah.
would never. I don't think I would post it on my socials or anything like that. You know.
Yeah. Speaking of commission, I've told you this already. Sometime in the next few weeks or month or so, I'll be reaching out to you for our little Lumpia character. I want to have you
Hell yeah.
I'm
commission.
down. I'm down. I'll make it. I'll make it an emoji and stuff like that. You can like do all sorts
Oh
of
yeah,
stuff.
we
with
just
it.
we just need to have him wearing a new hat.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a beer. What do we want him doing?
Hmm?
We want him violent. Is that what we're going
We want him
for?
to have a
You want
chainsaw.
Spaghetti.
A violet little loopy.
We want him to be violent.
How about like just a microphone in front of his face, like you got going on right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work.
Just like screaming.
I like it.
And then we'll probably have one for each of the rest of us because did we call you guys the fried rice
The
Oh
fried
my
rice
God.
and the
Fried
spring
rice.
roll.
and a little spring roll?
Oh my god.
I'm
The only
white
problem is-
rice and Ken's fried rice.
I am fried rice, correct. I am half. I thought you were a
That's actually
balut.
really
thought you were a
funny.
balut bread.
Oh, that is balut.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Oh,
about
no.
Yeah,
Hell no. Ugh.
I don't know
Yeah,
how
I
you
just-
would draw that though. That would be an awful looking character.
It would be
Be disgusting. Be like an
Okay,
egg
so
with
It would be horrible.
I've drawn
He said, I
worse.
could do it.
I've drawn worse.
So, Rob, have you heard of balut?
No. Oh
Okay.
yes, I have heard of balut. Yes,
Yeah.
I have. On a podcast I heard about that.
Yeah.
Isn't that like cow testicles or some shit?
No.
No, I don't know if you
It's
would consider it worse.
worse.
It is
It's
worse.
worse.
Oh yeah.
It's like it's not
an
a
embryo.
fully
Yeah,
it's
it's
an
an
embryo.
Is
Bird
it
embryo.
duck?
Oh yes.
Usually a
Okay.
duck
Yes.
embryo?
Is
Yeah.
it duck?
No,
They
it's
ate
just,
it
it's
on
just a bird embryo. It
I
can
was
be like
Oh,
chicken.
okay,
one of my
bird.
favorite. I listen to a lot of comedy podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts was like I think it was like Bad Friends, and
With Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. I love Bobby Lee. He's such a wacko, man. He's so funny. Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, man, they're freaking awesome. And they got balut and they were trying it out on the podcast. It was so funny.
Oh,
They were
no.
gagging and stuff. I don't know if something with people gagging cracks me up. When I see people gag, I just crack up. Can't help it.
Well, there's those people that get that secondhand gag.
Oh yeah.
That
Like,
is
if you
also
make
me.
the
I
gag
gag.
sounds
Rob, are you like
and
laying
then
in
the
bed
other
like
person
some nights
goes,
and just like pulling up fucking YouTube people and people gagging like, yeah, this made my day. Watch
No,
this
we,
guy's a fucking psychopath. Like, what's
we'll
going
have to do a little Olympia, and then actually, noobs, that'll be a funny one if we get all of us in like a little a cartoon family portrait.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
use that as the profile photo or something like that.
Like just everybody gagging.
Yes.
Just everyone's gag face. That'd be great.
But was it the YouTube profile picture? Yeah, sure. I can do
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah. Why not?
Yeah, I think that'd
Be
be
our
more of
banner
like the-
page.
Yeah, be the
Yeah,
banner.
the banner.
Lord.
Cover art for the beginning of the podcast video. Hell yeah. I don't have any other questions. Any other questions from the audience or any of you guys? Kim, Brad,
These have been
Jimmy?
great questions. Thank you guys.
Yeah, anytime,
man.
man.
Brad, do you have a
while
question?
we're
I think I
waiting
have
for
one more.
questions.
Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I had it and then I lost it. Okay, if you could tell like your younger self when you first started a piece of advice, what would it be?
Don't stress. Time is going to go no matter what you do about it. Time is going to keep moving. Just go with the flow. Follow what you want to do, and things will fall into place.
Don't put
Oh,
your
yeah.
art in a trash bag, you know?
Yeah. Don't put your art in a trash bag. Put it behind the dresser. Hide that
So your
shit.
dad's like, are you fucking hoarding? Is this what this is?
Is this your porn collection?
This is
goddamn
what this is? This smut right here?
Why would my dad have a hick accent?
Yeah, I know.
This is his go-to accent.
That was my
I swear.
dad. Okay, let's
That-
What's
yeah,
your
that's-
porn collection, boy?
What are you doing in here?
Your dad is
hell are
also
you?
from
I
Alabama.
feel like everybody's dad has a
You,
country accent.
you watching that
Mine
hentai?
actually
Is that it?
does.
That hentai.
You watching that hentai?
Get that hentai.
Bro, don't sound like
itchy.
my dad.
You got that itchy boy.
You got that
Right.
hitchy boy. What are you looking at?
You turn that TV off right now.
Why are these pages stuck together? Boy?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that sock doing in the corner?
Like, this talks like a goddamn statue.
Stiffer than a corpse.
Oh shit. Again, for those of you who want to check out his work, you can check his socials out. DefShogun, that's DefShogun. You can go to his website, defshogun.com. Here are his two pages I would definitely like to share with y'all. His website and the Kickstarter. Please show him some love. Stop in there.
Thank you, guys.
Support his project, please. It's
Thank you
good
so
work,
much.
I promise you. Def, I truly believe you have everything it takes to make it insanely big, and
Well, thank
I
you.
think you're very underrated in my eyes.
Oh,
I
for
feel like
sure.
you should already be out there under the major production and publishers and making
I appreciate
a lot
that,
of their work.
guys. Thank you. I just,
and-
yeah, like I said, I don't know how to push myself out there. I try to just post when I can, if I can, and I've been trying to do a little bit more YouTube here and there, but YouTube is a whole other animal, man.
Yeah.
Like you
It is.
need to really spend a lot of time, like get your script for your video, then plan out your video, then shoot your video,
Yeah.
then edit
Oh,
your
shit.
video. And
You
I
need a
don't have
script?
time for this shit. I have a life.
Oh, that's
I
where
can't be
we're
sitting
fucking up.
here. That's
We
what
haven't
I'm
been
saying.
scripting.
You got a script. You got a script. You know, you got to
What are
plan
you talking
ahead.
about?
And
What are you talking about, Jack?
Oh yeah, you guys do script for your short one for the like
Yeah.
short reviews.
I script my stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
yeah.
From
man.
what I
Like,
heard, that's the ticket with the YouTube videos. Make sure it's all planned out ahead of time.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
what I
and I was-
understand, from what I've seen.
I was told cursing is a They'll bring you down in the
can't-
algorithm.
Yes,
if
they will bring you
catch your
down.
shit.
in the first 30 seconds of the video. So if you're
Can't say
monetized-
shit, fuck, kiss, pump.
Yeah, that's why like in the first 30 seconds of that Texas Chainsaw video, I had to
Oh,
edit
yeah.
my and Jack's conversation because he was fucking like, he was like, shit. He's like, your character talks too much. What the fuck? And I was like, oh my God, dude.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
Now
you
I'm
were
like,
a person
this makes
too.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube
That's
has
why,
this
like-
thing where they don't.
Chibi, it's like, so when we start the podcast, there's been times where like, well, Chibi, you'll start, right? And like,
I'm
all right,
sorry.
the anime podcast, you'll cuss. And I'll be like, I'm going to have the intro go longer. Like, I'll literally let the music run a
Just
little
loop
longer.
it. Just loop it. Yeah.
I'll run it
I
for,
am
I'll run
not
it from like
gonna say it.
20 seconds instead of like 15 or some shit, right? Depending on who starts.
Like they'll either flag it or they won't even like monetize it.
That's
right?
crazy.
They don't even put out like impressions for it. They'll just
All
like
right,
yeah.
well,
blacklist
Disable
it.
all the comments.
Yep,
Yeah.
they did that fucking multiple times to me and Brad, dude. I'm like, where the fuck? It's like, why is YouTube killing the
Disable
comments in the
comments?
videos?
Alright.
Yeah,
No.
I've
I'm
done it
gonna
twice now.
pretend like I'm teaching kids again, and I will not say a bad word.
Yeah.
There you go.
Only the first 30 seconds. We'll just have
Yeah.
a timer that shows up, and then afterwards we're
no,
just all out.
I
All
can,
out.
I can just hush you guys in the fucking edit and stuff like that, dude. That's completely fine.
Yeah.
You can make like a little duck sound. I like when they put a little duck.
I
sound.
do the quack. I do the quack in my
I
videos.
love
go quack,
that.
yeah.
I love that.
Hell yeah. But again, all you guys in listening and watching land, y'all need to show him some love. Please get his name out there. Share with your friends. Make your friends share with their friends. I don't care how you do it. Just put the fucking name out
Go
there.
door to
please.
door, start threatening people.
Yeah, yeah.
Pull
Do
up
it in a
his-
suit though. You got to look representable.
yeah. Make sure,
Um,
make sure you got a nice tie on and shit like that.
Yeah.
Carry a baseball bat
Make sure you're wearing shades, right?
Yep.
As you approach
so
them.
they can't recognize.
Have you
you.
heard of DefShogun?
Grow a
It's like,
very
who's that?
thick mustache.
Yeah, grow a
Grow
thick
very
mustache.
thick mustache.
I'm gonna put on a fake mustache.
There you go.
It's gonna be
Just a
sideways.
tie. Just a tie. Wait, just a tie, like no suit.
Nah, you don't need a suit, bro. Just
No
get a
suit.
Trying to
Fuck.
get people
A
arrested.
t-shirt and a tie.
just like
That's-
We're
unhi-
gonna do it.
Just
At
get a
least show
tuxedo.
it.
Just get the tuxedo
And then
shirt.
cufflinks.
Yes.
Cufflinks.
Yes, cufflinks for no reason. Just look completely unhinged as you're selling it. It's like, so this guy is fucking nuts.
And suspenders.
Yeah, the art's
Tuxedo
good
shirt
though.
and suspenders.
Yeah, I need you to look
Hell
as
yeah.
white trash as possible. Have a beer hat on and shit. Like,
Put a cigarette in your ear.
yeah, put a.
You know?
It's like it looks like a drug deal, but I'm selling you comics out the back of a car.
Oh man.
You
Just
just
buy
open
my
the
comics.
suitcase,
What are you
and there's
into?
just
It
You
just falls out.
yeah, it
falls
just
in.
falls out. They open it.
What are
You
you
want
into?
some of these or what?
What are you into? You went to fucking penguins? I got penguins for you.
Please
He's
don't
black.
do this
Is
for real
that okay?
penguins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I gonna get reported for hate speech?
Cop comes fucking rolling by. What are you doing over there? I'm like selling fucking comic
What are you
books.
doing
man.
all these
Like,
penguins, boy?
what are these
Dad?
penguins doing? Yeah, you
Start stuffing comics down your shirt.
I know shit.
Just running.
It's the fucking one time I'm like jumping over fences and shit.
You're gonna pull out a real penguin with a fucking samurai sword. Like, where the fuck did you get that penguin?
You buy one of these
Mascot.
comics, you get a free penguin.
Don't worry about it.
You know how dangerous his penguin is? He's got a samurai sword.
Just go sell them at the
Just hold him.
zoo.
It's just a real penguin, just
Yeah.
with like a duct tape sword on his flipper. It's just holding him.
It's like a tiny one too.
A
You have
little
a
one.
trench. You have a trench coat and it's just full of penguins. It's just
Yeah. Oh man.
The zoo
Please,
is missing.
please don't do that, chat. We're not asking y'all for real to do that. At least
I
you
have-
know.
I am.
I am.
Question.
I am. What do you
Yeah.
got to lose? You know, that's real branding, right?
That's publicity right there. That's free publicity.
Have you ever thought of making like the little penguino keychains? That'd be so cute with a little samurai sword. I'd buy one.
I 3D sculpted Penguino, but I haven't figured out how to get it 3D printed yet.
Yeah.
with the 3D printer.
With the
God
3D
damn
printer.
Boo,
it,
Brad. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo
I
that
have a
man.
3D printer.
A man
I just
with all
haven't
the
set it up
fucking
or
answers.
anything yet. I just don't have
Yeah.
the time.
No, that's fair. But yeah, I feel like that'd be really cute, like little penguino merch, bro.
Just get your
I'm
stuff on
ready.
Pinterest, you know?
Yes.
Just
Check-
borrow Disney's. I'm sure Disney has a.
The Disney police are coming.
They probably
Let's see
took
if-
your
I'll see if I
Wolverine
can share
idea.
this.
Take
I don't
one of
know if-
theirs.
Yeah.
I can show that off.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
That
so
looks
cute.
awesome. That
That's
was awesome.
sick.
Thank
Oh,
you.
that's dope.
And look, it moves.
Oh, I love his
Wow.
bear pants.
So shiny.
That's so cool.
Oh, dude, that'd be a cool ass keychain.
There's got to
3D
be a
print
way
that.
to what program is that?
This is
Procreate,
Nomad
the Nomad,
Sculpt.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wonder if you can you can't import it right into CAD.
You could it's an STL file, so you can import it to a bunch of stuff. But the thing is, I don't know how to set up. I've been like touch and go with it, so I know you need to set up supports and stuff like that for 3D printing, so that things don't break apart and shit like that. I just haven't divulged myself enough time to jump into that and really do that yet. I've gotten as far as creating something,
right,
and
right.
it's like, okay.
Well, when you get the opportunity, I think there is 3D software out there that'll actually you make a selection, it'll create the supports for you.
Right.
You just identify how much of it you want.
I've looked at a few, but they're like they want me to pay money for these things or a subscription, and it's so annoying. So I don't know which way to go with it yet. So I might just try and find somebody on Instagram or something, see if someone can do it. I'd rather pay an artist that knows what they're doing to make it done right before,
Makes sense.
Now,
All right,
Marvel's gonna
You have a
steal that
dog?
design.
There's a dog with a tutu around its neck.
Yeah, it's my UFO dog.
Oh, okay.
My little UFO dog. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. What are you being? What are you doing?
There's some agent of Marvel or Disney like watching this. They saw the 3D penguin and they're like, new character.
You're gonna see that new year, bro.
He's like, shit.
Oh man.
No, we have this podcast recording as record.
The podcast recording get
trademark.
deleted.
Pinguino's trademark.
No,
Pinguino's trade. It's right there.
No, we're gonna keep
trademark right there.
All right. We have any other questions from anybody? Our next week's episode will be on Chibi's stream. We'll be down the rabbit hole. We'll be talking about Soul Eater.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Which
I don't even know what that is.
I know, Brad.
I need to watch
Brad,
that. We're
please.
doing the first 25 episodes.
Yes.
Correct.
Because that's like the first like major arc and stuff. Like
Oh,
that.
your question was skipped. Shit. Sorry.
Who'd you skip, bro?
Yeah, fuck.
This fucking guy.
Oh. If you were asked to voice a character from your TMNT drawing, which would you want to voice?
Raphael.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
Or if you could voice any characters you've drawn or haven't, who would you like to voice?
I would voice Pinguino.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, penguin.
I'd love to voice Pinguino.
If you ever need a voice,
honestly, I would have Danny DeVito do Pinguino.
Oh, that's so good. I love that. I could
dude,
see
if
it.
you ever need a voice for any other character, I don't care if it's a one-word voice. I just sign me
We
up,
volunteer.
please.
I got you guys are on board. I'll make sure I contact you as soon as Pixar gets in touch with me. I'll let you guys know.
Pixar with their first rated R.
The first, yeah.
You've seen Nemo.
Now get ready.
Now imagine it's like
fucking penguin.
Now imagine Nemo dying, right? This is
a thousand deaths.
Can't say fucking. They would see. Have you ever seen a killer penguin?
Toy Story, all grown up.
That's Toy Story.
Like a little penguin from Toy Story.
Like,
where's
bitches,
Sid now?
get
Yeah,
money.
Sid's got Sid's decapitated head and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be Pixar, but the R is gonna be like a capital R for rated R.
Play with this.
It'd be. I think you know what Pixar would probably pull in a large amount of our generation.
Oh, for sure.
If they went a little
If they did a rated R.
oriented, yeah.
I think most adult oriented like 3D animations like DreamWorks, right? Something like that. Most
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah, DreamWorks, and I think even.
I mean, listen, they made Kung Fu
Animations.
Panda. Pinguino's is right there, except rated R. Right there's like a step forward.
I would even have those animators that do the DC animated films, like for all the Batmans and stuff like
those
that.
are
I would
all
even
good.
have them do a Pinguino one because those are great. Yeah.
Or shit. Remember when HBO put out Spawn?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was the best one they put out.
That was good.
You could have
The animation was really clunky though. I didn't
It
really
was.
like the
It
animation.
was. But the fact that they allowed it to be full rated R and true to Spawn
Good point.
versus the live action that they put out that I hope Seth MacFarlane fucking redoes,
100%.
What do you mean the movie?
which he's been talking about doing it. He's been talking about
apparently
doing a
it's in
rated R version.
production. Apparently
Yeah.
it's in
Yeah.
production, from
Yeah.
what I understand. So we'll see.
Hell yeah. All right. If anybody doesn't have any more questions, again, next week, next Tuesday, we'll be on Chibi's Twitch channel talking about Soul Eater. Um, actually, Rob, I want to give you the opportunity to shout out anybody. You want promote whatever you want. Go ahead. Your floor.
Well, I'm DefShogun, freelance illustrator, graphic designer. Thank you guys for hanging out and asking those awesome questions. Please feel free to check out my Kickstarter project that's live right now for Penguino's Revenge Torment issue number 1. It's already funded, but it's well on its way to hitting its second stretch goal, which I'll be giving away a lot of really cool shit for my backers. So
yeah.
thank you guys again for all your support, and thank you guys for having me tonight. I really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
No problem.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for everybody for coming out, and we'll see you again next Tuesday. See
Nice
y'all.
to meet you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Peace. Yato.
Yes.